And we're looking
Good evening. We're going to call the regular meeting to order. Requirements of the Sunshine Law have been met. This meeting was advertised in Burlington County Times on January the 4th, 2021. Electronic news was given pursuant, is that what you want me to say? To the NJC 5:39-1.5. Now we're going to lead with the Pledge of Allegiance.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're now going to engage in a moment of silence. Roll call.
Committeeman Carr?
Present.
Committeeman De Silva?
Present.
Committeewoman Mungo?
Present.
Committeeman Wisniewski? Mayor Henley?
Present.
Also present, Township Solicitor, Township Labor Attorney, Township Manager, and Chief of Police.
We're going to go into executive session. Resolution number 10-5-2021, resolution authorizing the mayor, township committee, and staff, and support staff to meet in private session and authorizing the exclusion of the public from that portion of the meeting dealing with specific issues requiring non-public discussions, attorney-client privilege. Do we have a motion?
Silva will second.
Roll call?
Carr?
Yes.
De Silva?
Yes.
Mungo?
Yes.
Henley?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0-1.
We will adjourn the meeting room and return shortly.
Relax.
So do we have to vote to come out of executive session, correct?
Yes.
We do?
So coming out of executive session, all in favor, I can do that, right? So we're gonna, executive session, all in favor?
Aye.
Approval of minutes, September 21st, 2021, regular meeting minutes. We have a motion.
Silva make a motion.
Mungo second.
Roll call?
Carr?
Yes.
De Silva?
Yes.
Mungo?
Yes.
Henley?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0-1.
Discussion of the Little Free Library?
So, some of the residents have been questioning what we are going to do with the Little Free Libraries, and we hadn't really solidified any plans for what the committee would like to do as far as allowing residents to build these structures on their private properties. I did some research across some of the other municipalities that I am aware that these exist. For the most part, these structures are on township properties. They're not on private residences. So there's nothing really codified or nothing written into ordinance as far as the upkeep and the care or the attention given to these structures. But it's the understanding that if whoever's installing these structures on their township property, they are responsible for the upkeep and the maintenance of the structure, and if they fail to do so, the township just takes it down. These, however, in West Hampton are quote-unquote littlefreelibrary.org organizational kind of structures that people are building on their properties. And I know that some of the committee members have expressed that as long as they're following that organization's guidelines and approval process, that there's really no concern about what's happening, what's going in there, how it's being maintained, because it is on somebody's private property. They're going to probably be more likely to keep up with the maintenance and the content going into these libraries. So it depends on how the committee would like to handle this. If we want something codified, we have to write it into an ordinance, and we can write up a schedule of guidelines to do so, or we can just have something in our website that we can give information. If you would like something like this on your property, please follow these guidelines, and maybe make an application to the township so that we're aware that the structure exists. If that's the path that you guys would like, I can type something up, make it a solid guideline, and present it to you for final approval on one of the future meetings, and you can can vote yes or no. If it's something that you guys want codified, then we have to put something into an ordinance, and at that point, it's enforceable. So whatever you decide, if somebody's not following that guideline, we will enforce it.
Yeah, I know we talked about, like, following the free library guidelines and just having them submit, like, a copy or something to the township so we know who has it on their property. Because I know the first one that went up was in honor of two people that died in that community. So I think having it on people's private property that are maintaining it. I mean, those rules and guidelines are pretty strict when they were presented to us, so I'm fine with doing that. Just letting them go that route and then having some type of paperwork or document saying that we have, like, they have the
Certificate. Mm-hmm.
and we just have a copy of it so we know who has it on their land, or who has it on their property or not. That's my take on it.
I feel the same way. I don't know of any other organizations that are outside of like little free libraries, like it being some other entity or anything. I don't know of any of that. So if we're talking just the little free libraries that, I mean, she presented at one of our meetings of what she had to do just to go through and get that charter. I think it was called a charter, and they had to go through that whole process. So I'm fine with just taking a documentation from that.
Yeah, because I think if it's on our property and somebody else is maintaining it, and then if we tear it down, there's just somebody, or why did you tear it down? Like, people are not going to know the reason why we took it down. So that's the only reason I say put on somebody else, on their property.
I 100% agree. I've talked about it before, so I agree. If they're going to go through that and get the certification, then obviously, they have the passion around it. And I think that when you have to go through those steps, then you're going to go out of your way to maintain it more, and honor those guidelines, so. I agree.
Okay, so what I'll do is I will come up with a concept, I'll draw it up, I'll make it formalized, present it to the township in a future meeting. You guys can vote yes or no, and then we will implement it across the board.
All right, cool,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Open the meeting to public comment on agenda items only. Where's my little handle? What's the? Wendy. Am I having?
Oh, your gavel?
Oh, somebody's
See
hiding
that
it.
man back there? He forgot.
Oh,
Yeah, which one you want?
that's love. Here we go.
Steve.
Nancy, remember to state your address, your name.
I agree. I don't think it needs a big revision in that process.
You gotta state your name and address.
Nancy Berkeley, Elster, Franklin, New Jersey.
Thank you.
I have to move.
Rules are rules.
I don't think it needs to be a big deal because I think they have to jump through so many hoops to get the certification. And as long as you require the certification, it's probably more. And I was thinking too, as someone said, if you put it in your playgrounds, it might be nowhere near anybody who lives, and they can't see it. Someone's trying to get grabbing on the hooks and throwing them all over the place.
Yeah.
If it's in your yard, you certainly are going to be cognizant, you're going to be aware, and you're going to take care of it. So I appreciate you doing this, and thank you. Second question, I know that you are not yet going to accept the bid for 2 places that you're going to put paving. I forget the name of the street, but once they're in focus, toward, you have to rebid it. Do you know how long that's going to take?
We don't answer, we gotta answer at the end, right?
No, how long, what's gonna take? The
It
rebidding
said
process?
that you pulled the bid because there were utilities and other things you needed to add to the bid to bid it out again.
So we don't have a plan from the utility company as to a solidified date of when they plan on doing the construction work. We don't know yet.
So we can't do anything till they finish their construction work.
Yeah. Because what's gonna happen is, if we pave that road curb to curb, right? And the utility comes in, they're gonna patch it.
and it's gonna look like crap, and it's gonna waste our money, because we just spent money to pave it curb to curb, make it pretty, they're not gonna do the same. So they notified us on pretty much the same day, that they have plans to open up these roads and do utility work. We don't have plans.
Or something that you hadn't been walking in wires and things. So you have to wait for them. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All in motion to close public comment?
All right.
All in motion?
All in favor?
Favor?
All in favor? Monthly reports, there are none. Resolution 116-21, payment of vouchers. This resolution approves the payment of bills through 10/5/21. Do we have a motion?
Carl motion. De Silva will second.
Roll call?
Carr?
Yes.
De Silva?
Yes.
Longo?
Yes.
Henley?
Yes.
Motion carries 401.
Consent agenda. Resolution note. Consent agenda items are considered to be routine and will be enacted with a single motion. Any items requiring expenditures are supported by a certification of ability of funds. Any items requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda. Does anyone have anything they need to remove?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to pull 119-21.
Perfect. Do we have a motion?
So what are we tabling it for another meeting?
No, I don't want to vote.
You can't vote on it.
Separate.
You can abstain.
Abstain from the whole consent agenda?
11921.
But are we about to vote 117-21 through?
So motion and second for 11721, 118, 120, 121, and 124.
Do we have a motion?
Mungo motion.
Carl second.
Carr?
Yes.
De Silva?
Yes.
Longo?
Yes.
Henley?
Yes.
Motion carries 401.
Now we need to do 119 separately, correct? 119-21, resolution authorizing cancellation of taxes, block 1001.119, comma, lot 19, totally disabled veteran. Do we have a motion?
Mungo motion.
De Silva will second.
Roll call?
Carr?
Abstain.
De Silva?
Yes.
Longo?
Yes.
Henley?
Yes.
Motion carries 311.
OPM mailbox and correspondence, there are none. Open the meeting for public comment. Please remember to state your name and address for record. Okay. Committee liaison reports. Any comments? This committee liaison reports also support comments from the township committee members.
Close the comment.
Close the public comment.
I'm sorry. We're on public, do we have all in favor to close the public comment?
Aye.
All right.
I thought because we didn't have a public comment, that we didn't have
You
to
still
close it.
gotta close it.
That's
Oh,
right.
now everybody knows.
Keep going.
Yeah, you still, because you
Now
opened it.
now everybody knows. Okay.
I mean, you can hit your little gavel.
Get that over there. So committee liaison report / comments. Do we have anything from the township committee members?
Just from the rec, the trunk or treat, still deciding on, kind of may have a location, just need to, determine the time. That's it.
Anything?
I do not.
Just thanking everyone who came out this evening. One person and a few employees. So, always appreciate it though. With that being said, dates to remember. Next scheduled meeting is October 19th, 2021. Fire prevention open house at West Hampton Township Fire Station, Thursday, October the 7th at 6 p.m. Rancocas Community Center hand dinner, Saturday, October 9th, 4 to 7 p.m. And trunk or treat, October 22nd. Location and time to be determined. Adjournment. Do we have a motion?
Silva make a motion.
Mungo second.
Roll call. Are all in favor?
Aye.
Wow. I got you.